Um, how is it that the material that you did for such work even got into their presence? You know, for these such films, such big films. How is it that they were able to extract that material?
Because I was shopping my work, like everybody shops their work in Hollywood, because everybody's dream is to have a movie on the screen.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. People around the entire world shop their work to the studios because they want that dream to come true. But the studios steal people's work instead of buying it. And they stole my work instead of buying it. So when I went to the FBI, and after the FBI interviewed me and looked at the evidence, they told me in their conclusion that it was definitely a theft case.
Yeah. Did that surprise you that the FBI was so direct?
No, it did not surprise me because I contacted the U.S. Attorney's Office in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I got Elizabeth Ann Stevens on the phone, one of the prosecutors, and I said, I saw The Matrix, and I am the writer of The Matrix, and would you like to prosecute this case? And she said, yes. She said, but I need you to go to the FBI, and they will investigate, and they will turn over the evidence to us, and we'd prosecute it. But in fact, after all of that happened, in the year after the year in the year 2002, someone got bought out over at the U.S. Attorney's Office because Greg Diamond and Elizabeth Ann Stevens did not want to prosecute after they gathered all the evidence.
Hmm.
This evidence was discussed and shown to me by different agents. We have corruption in America. That's why America is falling apart. It's so sad because history is repeating itself. If you go back and you look at Rome, every great civilization on the earth has collapsed because of corruption.
Yeah.
If man does not do anything about evil, then our whole society will collapse.
Yeah. But
And this is why everyone should be concerned.
of course, but if you look back at the history of mankind, recent history, I won't say history of mankind, but recent history it's been about the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer.
Yeah, well, the rich keeps getting rich off of the poor. And I think that's where the parasite starts begin. Because that's what you are. When you steal and you copy, you are a parasite.
Yeah.
And all parasites needs to be exterminated because things can only flow with polarity, and that means giving and receiving,
Yeah.
not taking. Even the dinosaurs were used for fossil fuel in the end, and that's what happens to people who tries to use or take what doesn't belong to them and not give back like the Native American Indians was talking about.
Yeah. The Native Indians had to have they had to go through some bad experiences to learn that first.
Well, that's what James Cameron new movie is about. It's the old John and Pocahontas story,
Yeah.
Avatar,
Yeah.
where you for indigenous people off of their land and take the resources, and you kill them, and you send in an Indian scout, and projecting your consciousness in a body is called demon possession, and that's how demons come in and wreck camps of people, because they will come in and possess a body or a person and start wreaking havoc in those people's lives. And that's what Avatar is about.
Yeah.
It's about stealing and getting rewarded off of a theft and killing and moving people off of what belongs to them and taking it instead of buying it. And that's what he is, a thief and a liar.
But do you see America? I mean, America now has a black president. I'm black. You're black. I know. We know that.
Yes.
Do you see?
Indeed.
Do you see that because they have a black president? I mean, he's still working for the same people that the guys work for since hundreds of years. They're the same people who hold the power structure from a high position.
Yes, that's true. He's a black president. He's working for the same people who, but there's polarity in everything that we do. It's not all bad and it's not all good. It's good and bad mixed within the organization. Like in the White House, there are some very good people.
Yeah.
that are supporting Obama. And there's some bad people that are doing some really bad things. But people can make a difference, and it has nothing to do with what others do. It has nothing to do with what power they may hold, because money and power are just illusions, like what I've told people in the Matrix. They're not real. They're just energies to influence. But the good energy and the good influence can also take place. And it begins with the man in the mirror. Like Michael Jackson said, it begins with you and I and me right now taking this stand to open up the door, like Rosa Parks opened up that door a long time ago, so a lot of people could ride that bus and ride it correctly. So it begins, charity and love and changes begin with each man. It has nothing to do with us begging Obama to make changes. We can make the changes ourselves. We can help Obama to make the changes. It begins with us, not putting somebody over us, a king or queen or a president, and saying, get us justice, get us this, get us that. We have all of that within us, like in the Wizard of Oz, where Dorothy is looking for a home. Home is inside of us. Search inside of you. Home is where you lay your head. And the straw man needing a brain, if he uses his brain, he'll find it. And the lion needing courage. If he gets into a situation, he'd find his courage. And the tin man needing a heart. If you love somebody, then you will be given love. It will be given back to you. So they need to go to the wizard, the government, the system, and they didn't follow the yellow brick road, follow the gold, to the Emerald City, which is the green money of illusions, where the wizard, the man, the devil, the evil is sitting up there pulling the levers, the machines, to put fear into the people so they cannot use the gifts that's inside of them that God has given them. They need to recognize that there are no saviors. Save yourself. Is what needed to be taught to them.
What's it?
D-O-G. Dog, D-O-G. Just the flip side. But it's only one thing going on here. There's no two things. And the man, the wizard, yes, he's portrayed as the father, the architect, the heavenly one, but he ain't.
No.
He's the polarity that makes everything goes bad in this world. And all we have to do is, we don't got to kill him, hurt him, harm him. All we got to do is flip the energy.
And remove
flip
him.
it back on him.
And remove him.
Like Jesus, that's right, and remove him. Like Jesus says, if someone hates you, then love them. If someone is doing harm to you, then pray for them. He's given us a remedy. He said, you don't got to kill nobody, harm anybody. You don't got to commit suicide. You don't got to do anything bad. He said, I have given you a remedy. Use it.
The black woman and the woman in the Matrix.
The Oracle?
Yeah, the Oracle.
She was created by me. The Oracle is me putting myself into my work. I'm a seer. And I felt like the second coming of Christ should be prophesied by a female, because he comes from the feminine energy. The birth, coming through the birth canal to receive the soul, is that the female or the feminine energy is actually the energy of creativity. It is not the male energy that's been lied to people by the scientists and the doctors and all the people on there. That is a grave lie.
And you think
that the Great Sphinx, the Great Sphinx is a woman, and her nose was blasted off by the cannons of Napoleon.
That's right.
Napoleon Bonaparte, because they knew that it was a woman, that the feminine energy, that the ISIS mystery schools all told this great secret, and they hated that. It wasn't, her nose wasn't shot off because it was a black population or black entities, the ancient Egyptians, because the Sphinx portrayed the female.
Female power.
Female power, baby. Girl power.
Girl power. I mean, the Western world is anyway, it's totally male dominated.
That's right.
That's why we have a problem.
Yeah, because the egg didn't come first. The chicken came first. And she was a woman. And out of her came the whole civilization of the many nations. And they didn't have a name until man gave them a label.